Tonight on NewsFeed, Ann Arbor DPS gets into cell phone texting.
Students line up to see the Dalai Lama.
And $375,000 worth of marijuana in a local music studio.
All that and more on Ann Arbor's only local newscast. NewsFeed starts now. Welcome to NewsFeed. I'm Haroutanian.
And I'm Melody Peng. Welcome back to NewsFeed. It is Wednesday, March 5th, 2008. So it's our first week back into school after spring break. Carly, how are you adjusting to this weather after?
Well, I was on a cruise, so I was used to that warm 85-degree weather, so it's a bit chilly, but I think I'm getting back in the hang of things. It's just trucking through the snow. It's a little bit rough.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you were away, too, in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah. I was actually volunteering for Alternative Spring Break, and that was a lot of fun, too.
What was your project?
I was at a center for children with cerebral palsy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Oh, I'm glad you had fun.
Thanks. But let's get right into this evening with some campus news.
All right, and the Dalai Lama is speaking at Christ 20th. Lecture is free to attend. But if you didn't get a ticket on Tuesday through the University of Michigan, you might be in trouble. The general public was supposed to get access to the remaining tickets today, but U of M says all the tickets were snatched up within 3 hours on Tuesday. More than 500 people lined up at the Michigan Union ticket office at 9 a.m. where students and staff got first dibs. 8 out by noon. Non-university sponsored tickets for the Dalai Lama event will be paid admission tickets and are still available on ticket.
U of M's Mary Sue Coleman will take part in the Women as Global Leaders Conference, which takes place March 10th at Zayed University in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. By accepting the invitation to participate, Coleman brings the issue of women in higher education to a group already represented by women in philanthropy, social activism, journalism, and entertainment. Says Coleman, universities play a unique role in the world because they provide the solutions, cures, and answers demanded by society. Some women joining Coleman on the 30th will be actress and activist Jane Fonda, Anousheh Ansari, first astronaut of Iranian descent, and Carol Bellamy, former head of UNICEF.
A new DPS alert system will use text messaging to notify students of campus emergencies. The text messages will only be used for extreme events, including a chemical leak, tornado, or shooting on campus. Last semester's North Campus murder and the Virginia Tech massacre inspired the university to adopt the system. Students can enroll by entering their phone number on Wolverine Access. The messages should be received within 2 minutes, as opposed to the mass emails that could take up to 2 hours. The alert system begins on Monday and will cost the university somewhere in the six-figure range.
Wow, so that helps answer the question, where does all our tuition money go? In an official letter to U.S. Senators Max Baucus and Charles Grassley, U of M reported that almost $1.4 billion goes towards financial aid for students. That's around 20% of the university's endowment. The letter pertained to a U.S. Senate examination of how colleges and universities use their resources. Reportedly, $1.9 billion of the university's $7.1 billion endowment goes to the UM health system, serving 1.6 million patients a year. 80% of spending from the endowment was put towards scholarships, instruction, and research and curriculum development.
Turning now to your local news, after pleading guilty to distributing cocaine, Ypsilanti's Christopher Todd Might was sentenced to 30 years in prison on Tuesday. In attempts to escape, Might fled to California in August, but was captured in Oakland last month by U.S. Marshals. The marshals said that they tracked him down with the help of informants and telephone records. The original charges were made in April when Might sold about 1 kilogram of cocaine outside his house in Ypsilanti to a law enforcement informant worth $18,000 cash. Before fleeing, Might was facing a sentence of about 22 to 27 years in prison. After his capture, he was hit with additional penalties for his flight and evading arrest.
Members of the Lincoln District School Board are in the process of deciding whether or not to accept students from other districts under the Schools of Choice program. This program, appropriately titled, lets parents choose the school to which they'd like to send their children. However, the sending district loses funds for losing students, as the state per pupil funding is given to the student's new district. If Lincoln decides to give it a go, they would be joining neighboring Milan, Willow Run, and Ypsilanti districts, who have already chosen to become schools of choice. Besides proposing the schools of choice option, Lincoln Superintendent Lynn Cleary also suggested a restructuring of school buildings and grade levels, including dividing Lincoln's now single high school into 2 smaller high schools.
A gunshot victim led Ypsilanti police to uncover that a local recording studio was producing more than just hot music. Police say sometime around 7 p.m. Monday night, 34-year-old Raphael Jackson was shot in Midwest Entertainment Live. When deputies arrived to the studio, they found 375 pounds of marijuana with an estimated street price worth of $375,000. An additional $37,000 was found in 3 of the cars parked outside the Michigan Avenue business. Jackson underwent surgery and is expected to be okay.
A 26-year-old Akron, Ohio man was in critical condition this morning after losing control of his car Tuesday evening. He was struck by head-on traffic and ejected from his vehicle while crossing the highway median. State police at the Ypsilanti Post confirmed that the man was not wearing a seatbelt when he lost control. The man's 1992 Jeep Wrangler was struck by northbound vehicles when it crossed the median. The occupants of the 2 vehicles that struck the 26-year-old man's vehicle suffered minor injuries, and speed and road conditions were believed to have contributed to this crash. And in tonight we have Brian in the studio to give us a quick recap on that nice weather that we had today. Brian, what can you tell us?
Well, we're having some technical difficulties right now, but I would just like to say, I don't know about you, but there's going to be a lot of upcoming events and Michigan Idol coming up, and we all would like you to stay tuned and make sure you watch that show on WOLV TV. I know it's really exciting, and I love American Idol, and I know we have some gossip with that from Pam and entertainment coming up, so that should
exciting.
be
I actually haven't been keeping track this season at all.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm excited for what Pam's got to tell us. But
have you been too busy watching the Pistons?
Yeah, actually, but I don't want to talk about the Pistons right now. Not so soon.
We don't want to jinx it. We don't know the final score yet.
We do.
Going on right now.
But anyway, here's Brian with tonight's weather. Brian, what can you tell us?
All right, thanks. You can't see my gag tonight because I'm wearing snowshoes. Guess you'll just have to take my word for it. Currently, it's 29 degrees, wind out of the southwest at 7 miles an hour. It's going to make it feel like it's only 22. We do have some light snow falling now. That's going to continue throughout the night. We are still in winter, even though it is March. I will have your 5-day forecast for you and more after the break.
All right, thank you, Brian. We'll have some more weather coming up after the break. And stay tuned. We have more on the presidential campaigns. Welcome back to NewsFeed. Changing now to our national spotlight. Despite Hillary Clinton's 3-state win last night against Barack Obama, he did not waver from his message while speaking to reporters today. He said that he is the better candidate to take on Republican nominee John McCain. McCain officially won the necessary number of delegates last night to become his party's nominee. Meanwhile, the 2 Democratic contenders continue to challenge each other furiously as to who will have the best chance of beating McCain in the general election. Obama argues that he has what it takes to beat McCain in the fall, while Clinton maintains that she has the necessary experience to emerge victoriously. The current delegates count, as estimated by CNN, is 1,520 for Obama and 1,424 for Clinton. 2,025 delegates are needed to win the Democratic nomination.
Facebook has raided Google to hire a new chief operating officer. It was announced Tuesday that Sheryl Sandberg will be the new COO. For the past 6 years, Sandberg was Google's vice president of global online sales and operations. Previously, she was the U.S. Treasury Department's chief of staff during the Clinton administration. The COO position opened last summer when Facebook's previous chief operating officer, Owen Van Natta, became the chief revenue officer. Van Natta left Facebook last month. Sandberg will be responsible for helping Facebook expand and make money while not alienating its current users. Her expertise could offer an opportunity to mentor Mark Zuckerberg, the company's 23-year-old founder and chief executive.
So what costs American motorists more than $160 billion a year? According to the AAA, traffic crashes each year account for billions in costs and about $1,000 per person. The study shows that traffic crashes are more damaging to society than bumper-to-bumper congestion in small cities. To calculate crash costs, factors such as property damage, lost earnings, and legal costs were accounted for in the study. Among the cities that top for the list in the highest crashes per person include Miami, Phoenix, and Seattle. Well, I know those roads were awful today, so let's see what Brian has to say about the upcoming weather. Brian?
Hey, thanks again. Like I said, currently it's 29 degrees out there. We have some light snow falling that's going to continue throughout the evening. Winds out of the southwest at 7 miles an hour, making it feel like it's only 22 degrees. Let's take a look at what we saw today. All right, let me step out of the way here. We had a high of 34 degrees, just above the freezing point, so the snow was melting at all this heavy snow that we had. Not as warm as it was back in 2004. If you remember that, it got up to 68. That's the record. All right, let's take a look at what we saw. This is this evening at 7 o'clock. You can see we have some snow coming in. These are the snow showers that are going to be moving in over the evening hours. This is the heaviest snow that's going to be falling overnight and continuing into the morning. Let's take a look at tomorrow afternoon. And this is 1 o'clock. You can see most of it's pushed through. We have some lingering showers that are becoming, snow showers that will be falling tomorrow. And then on Friday morning, let's take a look. This will be clearing out some more snow showers that we will see, but clearing out for some nicer weather over the weekend. Now let's take a look at tonight. Dropping down to 26 degrees, like I said. Light flurries picking up into snow showers overnight. Winds shifting a little bit out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Let's take a look at what we'll see tomorrow. High of 36, so some of the snow may melt, but we'll see some morning flurries that will give way to just cloudiness in the afternoon, unfortunately. Winds out of the west-southwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. All right, let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. I'll step out of the way here. Okay, like I said, tomorrow some AM flurries leading to just cloudiness in the afternoon, a high of 36. Friday, only a high of 30. We will see a few snow showers. Same with Saturday, colder still. Again, a few snow showers. By Sunday, mostly cloudy. We'll see a little bit of sun. By Monday, hopefully, only partly cloudy. We'll see a little bit more sun. As you can see, we are still in winter, even as we approach the middle of March here. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that update, Brian. Looks like we won't have too much to be looking forward to next week.
Well, maybe Monday is hopeful. Monday's hopeful.
Yeah, hopefully at least all this ice on the ground will be gone. But coming up next, we'll have Danielle in the studio with us for all your latest health updates. Please stick around.
Yes, hello? Hi, what does the G-spot even stand for?
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Yeah, hello? About poking. Do I poke before I message, or do I message before I poke?
Welcome back, and we have Danielle with us tonight to give us the latest on our health segment. Danielle?
Thank you, Carly. Well, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a lovely winter break. And here at WOLV TV, we want you to stay healthy and have a safe experience at U of M. However, after reading today's local news about the Ypsilanti man who was arrested for cocaine distribution, in addition to other news reports about recent deaths related to drug overdose, I was compelled to do tonight's health segment on the health risks of this drug's use. Cocaine is an extremely dangerous drug. Part of this is due to the fact that it is extremely addictive. Sometimes smoked and most commonly snorted, the short-term effects of cocaine include increased blood pressure, constricted blood vessels, dilated pupils, mental alertness, increased energy, increased heart rate, decreased appetite, and increased temperature. One cocaine effect, appetite suppression, is very popular for people looking to lose weight or maintain a low weight. Fashion models have been known to use cocaine in order to stay thin. Cocaine users often go days without eating, and if this behavior is continued, it can lead to a serious addiction. The high from snorting may last for 15 to 30 minutes, while that from smoking may last 5 to 10. Cocaine's effects are short-lived, and once the drug leaves the brain, the user experiences a, quote, crash that includes depression, irritability, and fatigue. Long-term cocaine effects are noticeable as cocaine abuse continues and tolerance builds. Since cocaine is a highly addictive drug, it can lead to major medical complications and health problems. Some of these complications include heart disease, heart attacks, respiratory failure, strokes, seizures, and gastrointestinal problems. Other physical symptoms include convulsions, nausea, blurred vision, chest pain, fever, spasms, and coma. Prolonged cocaine snorting can also result in ulcerations of the mucous membrane in the nodes, which can lead to a necessary nasal reconstruction surgery. As the habit of using cocaine becomes increasingly important, behaviors such as lying, stealing, and high esteem may deny the use of cocaine and is an evident side effect. While these behaviors are not directly related to cocaine, the effects are often present due to the lifestyle of an addict. If you know someone or suspect that one of your friends is involved in coke or any kind of drug and don't know how to help them, you can call the National Helpline at 1-800-378-4435 or the National Drug Abuse Hotline at 1-800-622-HELP. Your 4 years in college are supposed to be the best ones of your life, and don't ruin them by doing something illegal, because you can not only get arrested, but can become extremely injured too. That's all the health news I have for you today. Thanks very much. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that update, Danielle. That's definitely a very important message to remember for college. But coming up after the break, we'll have Sasha with your latest update on Wolverine sports. Stick around.
Welcome back to NewsFeed. Tonight we have Sasha with us to give us the latest update in sports, especially our women's soccer and basketball here at Michigan. So, Sasha?
Women's soccer has gained 2 additions to its coaching staff. On Monday, head coach Greg Ryan announced the addition of Dean Durst and Jessica Stamp to his staff. Durst is considered one of the nation's top coaches. He comes from 20 years of success with Wisconsin's women's soccer team, 7 as assistant coach under Ryan and 13 as the head coach. He holds the record of most wins as coach in University of Wisconsin history. Stamp has had experience with two of America's top teams, UCLA and Texas. A top recruit in 2000, she began coaching when injuries cut her playing career short. The team is still searching for a volunteer goalkeepers coach. Carly Benson of the women's basketball team was named to the All-Big Ten Conference third team on Monday, the first Wolverine since 2005. She also received honorable mention from a media panel along with teammates Jessica Minfield and Krista Phillips. They are the first Wolverines to receive this honor since 2004. Krista Clements, the only four-time captain in program history, was Michigan's Big Ten sportsmanship honoree for the third time in her career. On Thursday, the Wolverines will open the Big Ten Conference Tournament as number 7, facing number 10 Penn State at noon. The game will be broadcast on the Big Ten Network. In NFL news, Shawn Rogers has secured a 6-year deal with the Cleveland Browns. The Browns acquired the defensive tackle from the Detroit Lions on Saturday. Today, Rogers agreed to a 6-year, $42 million deal. To make the deal work, 3 years and $20 million were added to Rogers' current contract, set to expire in 2010. He will make $23 million over the first 3 years. This deal completes a string of contracts by Rogers' agent, Kennard McGuire, totaling $113 million. That's all the sports I have for you today. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that update, Sasha. Coming up after the break, we have Pamela with us to give us the latest on Britney Spears herself and our American Idol updates. We'll be back.
There's a pie eating contest.
Hey, Billy, you want to go grab some dinner?
Jenny, hey, what is this?
Hey, guys, what's going on? Wait, guys, let's all go catch some Wait, what are you doing? What are you watching? E-Buzz. E-Buzz. What's the big deal about E-Buzz?
What's the big deal about E-Buzz? It's the entertainment buzz on WOLV TV. It's got what's hot in Hollywood, style segments. It'll tell you what's happening around the U. It's even got the box office buzz.
The box office buzz? You mean things I can catch about movies this weekend?
Yeah, movies this weekend, plus it even has exclusive celebrity interviews with people like Will Smith and Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld? I love Seinfeld.
Well, then you should be watching the entertainment buzz right here on WOLV TV.
So get buzzed!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Rock here. I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
What's up? It's Will Smith.
And you're watching WOLV TV? You are watching WOLV TV.
Yes, I'm watching WOLV TV. Or no, you're watching it. I'm not watching it. I'm on it. You're watching it. WOLV TV.
We love it when you turn us.
Before entertainment, do you have any entertainment news that's not in here for us?
Actually, I do. It was just seen on MSNBC that Patrick Swayze has pancreatic cancer, which I found very, very sad. But I don't know. I know cancer is a tough thing to overcome, but I'm sure Pamela has some more uplifting news for us, hopefully. Pamela?
Yes, I do. And if you've been looking for Mrs. Britney Spears, you may have noticed that the recovering pop star isn't easily found. Parents Jamie and Lynn Spears have come together to create some much-needed stability in their daughter's life. And by all outward appearances, she's getting better. Ex-husband Kevin Federline has even agreed to let Mama Spears see the kids. It seems as though Britney has finally left some of the drama to some of the other Hollywood stars. And it wouldn't be American Idol if one of the contestants didn't have a scandalous past. This season, contestant David Hernandez is the one. According to the manager at Dick's Cabaret, before David was singing center stage, he was sliding down poles. That's right, he was a nude dancer at a mostly gentlemen's club. Executive producer of American Idol, Ken Warwick, commented by saying that they will not judge and do not see it necessary to take any further action. And you may remember musician Gnarls Barkley for his Crazy, the single, but apparently the news is that his newest video, Run, will make you lose your mind. Really, the video has been stopped from airing after failing to the Harding test. The test makers feel that the video's images could cause seizures to occur in some of its viewers. The video is being fixed, but until then, you may not want to YouTube it just yet. Carly, Melody.
Wow, that's pretty intense. I must see all those flashing lights.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I actually saw it, and it didn't do anything to me. I think being on my cruise and seasickness was worse than that video, but I don't know. Some people are just more prone to it, I guess.
Yeah, I had no idea that they even ran a seizure for epilepsy before airing videos.
Yeah, I think they do that for video games and some other movie clips and stuff like that, so.
Very interesting. But going on about Britney Spears, her sister, I'm actually very glad that she got to keep her show.
Oh, really?
Zoe
Zoe 101?
Zoe 101, I'm a huge fan.
Really? So she's going to continue for the next season? I know that was a big debate.
Yep, I mean, apparently it's Nick's top viewed show, so, and it's got top ratings, so.
Wow, well, good. That's
keep
good
it going.
for her.
But yeah, thanks for that entertainment update, Pam. Coming up after the break, a kindergartner gets kicked out of school. Stick around to find out what happened. We'll be right back.
Yes. Hello? Hi. What does the G spot even stand for?
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Yeah, hello? About poking. Do I poke before I message, or do I message before I poke?
It's Rock here. You are watching WOLV TV.
And turning now to our weird news of the day. A kindergarten student in Parma, Ohio was suspended from school for his mohawk haircut. Brian Ruda, a 6-year-old, was suspended from Parma Community School for violating the handbook that prohibits a haircut with closely shaved sides and a strip of prominent hair on top. The school said his hair was a distraction to other students. Brian's mother, Michelle, said, quote, "They can't tell me how I cut his hair," end quote. Mohawks violate the school's policy on being properly groomed. The school principal, Linda Geyer, said, Ruda's haircuts have been unacceptable to the school's dress code, and so far this is his 3rd infraction.
Wow, so I don't know, that doesn't sound quite fair. I mean, if it's his 3rd infraction, I know. What if his hair just grows like that?
Also, he's very young, and so he's under his mother's care. So if his mother cuts his hair a certain way, I mean, I don't know really what they can say to that. I guess it is his 3rd infraction, though. They have told him in the past.
And apparently the mom's not getting the message either.
Not to cut that. She actually said that she would cut his hair however she wanted to, so.
I see. Very independent. But, well, that's all the news we have for you tonight. Join us next Wednesday for your campus, local, and national news. I'm Melody Peng.
And I'm Carly Haroutanian. From all of us at WOLV, good night.